Do you know your ceiling for contentment when it comes to finances? Do you know what is your ceiling for contentment when it comes to finances? You might say, Joe, what do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Do you know how much you would need to be satisfied financially to meet all your needs and your wants? Do you ever think about making a plan? Do you look at it that way? Or do you just say, man, all I need is $1 million. All I need is $100,000. When you say that, do you know why you just need $100,000 or $1 million? Do you already have that plan? You know exactly why you need $1 million. You know exactly why you need $30,000. You know exactly why you need a couple of $1,000s extra. You know exactly why you would need $10,000 extra. Do you know that? Do you know? Do you have a ceiling for contentment? Do you have a ceiling to be financially content? And you don't have to be a financial genius to do this. You don't have to be a financial guru to do this. Some of you out there that's listening to me, even some believers, been around too many gurus like myself. We think we need a guru. A guru is just somebody that's supposed to be an expert on a certain topic or subject, whatever it is. That's all I mean by guru, not the mysterious, gurus of healing and stuff like that. Or, I'm talking about a guru in America that's a guru when it comes to making money or stocks or whatever. That's what I mean by guru. A lot of us been around a lot of gurus, and we have a guru mentality, or some people might have been around a lot of coaches or life coaches that always talk about positive affirmations, law of attraction. You talk things in existence. You supposed to be a millionaire. You got a lot of ministers that say that God wanted you to be a millionaire. You're supposed to be a millionaire. If you ain't making $10,000, $20,000 a month, you living below the means that God has for you, because he want to use you to build the kingdom. That type of talk. Not so much in that way, but that type of talk. Are you caught up in that? Well, I never was really caught up in that, but there's many men and women caught up in that. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. Let me give you an example. I was caught up in a lot of faith teaching and faith healing and all that stuff back in the day. I always had an entrepreneurial mind. I always wanted to be independent. I always wanted to have my own, and I failed miserably a lot of times. Not because I tried hard enough, I just gave up, And I hate to say that, but that's the way it is, real talk. But I always had that entrepreneurial mind. My patience just run short. I have some good ideas. I came up and people listened to me, but I didn't push it anymore. And my thing is this. When I was in that guru world, I didn't have too much of a ceiling. Now let me put it this way. When they said, man, you need to make 20,000-30,000 a month, I never pictured that as being me. Why? Because I'm saying to myself, what I'm gonna do with 20,000 and 30,000 a month? What I'm gonna do with that? Just have it? Just put it in the bank? What is my plan? They keep saying I'm supposed to have it, but what I'm going to do with it? What I'm going to do with 20, 30, 40,000 a month, let alone 10,000 a month? Because I never thought that way. I never planned for that. I never wanted that much. I never felt I needed. Listen too closely to the needed that. And that was back then, But it sounds so good, even though I just couldn't picture myself making that much. People say, well, you don't think big enough. That might be part of it. But what's wrong with thinking on what would be best for you and your family to survive financially? Was it anything ever wrong with that? No. Because we were sold on, you need more than 5,000, you should make 20,000. Okay, you need to think bigger. What do you mean by what do you mean think bigger? I would think like you if I wanted things like you, but I don't want what you want. You call it a need. I don't need that. I know now, without having that guru mind, I know now what will make me and my fiance content because we talk. And I'm not that naive to know that a lot of money can change you because it's changed millions of people. I already know that. So I'm very careful about my ceiling. So I'm not like a lot of people that has an unlimited ceiling. I don't have a ceiling. Let me put it that way. I mean, the sky's the limit. I'm not a sky's the limit person when it comes to money. I don't want all that money. I don't. I don't need it. I'm not trying to help the whole world. I'm not trying to feed the whole world. I don't need a lot of buildings. Not me. That's not my dream or goal. That might be yours, but that's not my dream and goal. I can donate. I can help charities, but I don't need to own the charities. That might be your dream, but that's not my dream. I'm very simple. Simple Joe. I'm very simple. My fiance is very simple. So this is me. If I feel I'm going over my ceiling or living beyond my means, what do I mean by that? I'm not saying living beyond my means and not having the money to take care of. I'm talking about when you got the money and you got more that you got more than what you need to the point that it becomes greed. You follow what I'm saying? See, I want abundance, but not just for money. I want abundance in joy. I want abundance in peace. I want abundance in love. That's the abundance Jesus was talking about. You think he was just talking about money? Yeah, that's just a little bit of it. But he's talking about a full, peaceful, happy life. That could be an extra 1,000 for some, couple of thousand for some people. That could be an extra 5,000. That could be an extra 10,000, and so on and so on and so on. You need to stay to your ceiling. You don't have to be a Warren Buffett or whatever like that. You don't have to be a Walmart. You don't have to be a Tony Roberts. You don't have to be a Robert Kiyosaki. You don't have to be a Donald Trump. You don't have to be one of the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers. You don't have to be these gurus. As most of them is not rich like they say they are. They're entertainers. Like a lot of ministers. They talk well. They train to talk good. They train to manipulate you. They get rich off the material that they saying. You know, what's his name? I was just hearing about this. This real estate guru that I used to listen to, named Robert Allen, I believe. That's when I used to get into Ron LeGrand and all them Carlton Sheets. His name was Robert Allen. And someone said Robert Allen said his wealth, even though he knew about real estate, he was pretty good. He said a majority of his wealth came from his books of what he sold about real estate. And that's how most gurus get wealthy. See? Maybe the Robert Kiyosaki and all of them got wealthy that way. Tony Robbins, he's a motivational speaker. I heard he started off just learning about phobias. And he mastered it. And he got wealth. He's not a psychologist or a psychiatrist. He just knew about it. And he got wealthy. He's a high-ticket coach. What do I mean by high-ticket coach? He get paid very well. I don't know what he get, but I have no doubt he can go to a meeting and probably make $1 million over a 30-minute meeting because of his motivational speaking. Not that he done it, but he motivates you. That's a coach. As a matter of fact, I'm training for life coach. Not to be like that. It's to help you grow or what you want to succeed in. I might not know nothing about what you want to do, but I'm just helping keep you motivated. Okay? My point is this. Motive is very important. And your heart can deceive you. But that inner man, as a believer, going to always let you know when you're going too far. Okay, when you're going too far. And you got to understand your limits. You got to understand your limits. It's okay to say, I don't want that much. Don't let nobody tell you, man, you're thinking too little, man. You're not thinking big enough. Don't let nobody knock you. But at the same time, don't be afraid to push a little higher. And say, I just want a little extra. Do it. Go for it. It depends on the individual, but I'm just talking about the people that's telling you you don't need. You need. That's all you want is 2,000 extra. You don't want 10,000. You can do certain things in certain guru programs, and they'll let you how much you want to make a month. And some of them might have starting at 5,000, and you be looking under that. Why are they going to? Why is a minimum is 5,000? All I need is a couple of thousand a month, but they got 5,000 like they trying to make me start at 5,000. All I need is a couple of thousand. I'm not talking about me, but I'm talking about some people might just need that much. But gurus will have you to go as higher and because they're motivational speakers. They're straight. A guru will not be wealthy if they didn't stretch your thinking, making you think beyond, make you think you need it or you're worth more than what you are. Oops, I said it. Because a lot of people's not worth more than what they're getting paid. They're not. But the mind is set to make you think that you're worth more than what you are. You don't want to underworth yourself either, so don't get me wrong. See? But you want to come to the... All right, if I'm a life coach, I'm free to choose what I want to charge. I know what knowledge I have of how I'm helping people. But by me not thinking that it finance first, getting paid first over helping somebody, I'm free to charge what I want. And it's 9 times out of 10 it's going to be cheaper than any other life coach. You follow what I'm saying? Because my mind is not focused on how much I make. I'm not becoming a life coach for the money. Sure, I want to get paid, of course. But I'm not doing it as money first. Because if that was the case, then I'll be trying to charge somebody $500, $1,000 for a 2-hour session. And I'm not worth that. You say, Joe, what do you mean? Are you putting... No. Listen to what I'm saying. I know good and well what I'm helping this person with is not worth $2,000 out of that person's pocket. And that person might be struggling. Why come I can't do it for $200 or $100? You see what I'm saying? That's my mentality. I can become more wealthier that way. My type of wealth, of my wealth ceiling. So I don't need to charge you $1,000. If I thought I was doing that in a group or whatever, yes, that's different. But my point is, I get nervous when I think about that because your need can turn into greed. I know I keep saying that. So, financial healing. What will satisfy you to heal you from your financial woes, to heal me, to heal my financial woes? And most of us know, if we get out of that guru mentality, or you need to be super rich and all that, speaking of existence and all that other garbage and voodoo and hoodoo stuff, witchcraft stuff, which all it is as men and women of God. Okay? Some of you want to be rich at $1 million. That's a good thing, as long as you know what your motive is. Some of you just want to make about $10,000 a month. That's you. Some want to make $5,000. Some just need a couple of thousand. It depends on your situation of why, but at least know your financial ceiling. What would it take for you to be healed financially? See, what would it take? And it depends. But don't let someone else's financial dream becomes yours. Don't never let nobody say, man, you tell them you're making $3,000 or $4,000 a month, and you seem pretty, and you good. And they say, man, I know a way that you can make $10,000 a month. Unless you giving it to me, I'm not interested. I don't need that much more. I'm fine. My needs and my wants are met. But don't you want to travel the world? No. No, I'm not talking about me. Don't you want to buy this new car? No. See, all that adds up, and then I'm going to want that. I don't need that. That's not a need. That would be a liability to me. It might be an asset to you, but it'd be a liability to me. So we must know our healing. We must know our financial ceiling. I wanted to get that out there. Think about that. I hope it makes sense. Financial healing can be met as long as you know your